Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the storage. Now the question is, uh, do not focus only on the storage of AWS. Do not focus on AWS topic. Try to understand something called domain. Okay. So in storage world, what are the different types of storage which we are using it on our daily lives? So one of the storage which we have object storage. Another storage we have is block storage. Now third type of storage which we are using is network storage. Okay, so I'll give you one example for block storage. Block storage like your laptop storage, which is attached to your system bus or motherboard or whatever it is. Network storage means a storage which is available on the network, IP address and all. You can use it for accessing the storage. NFS, have you heard about the NFS sort of it? Network file system.
NFS.
Yeah.
NFS,
Object
right.
storage. Hmm. So
Okay.
object storage, spelling mistake. No, yeah. Object storage is something like Google Drive. Okay. So block storage, when I say your laptop storage, so how do you access it? How do you access it? Mount, right? C drive, D drive, OPT, TMP, this, that, and all. Correct now? All of you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, network storage, which is kind of use accessible through the network, also you can mount in your machine. That is also possible. You can mount in your C drive, D drive. I mean, not C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, whatever it is. So that is a network storage. For example, let me show you in Windows. If you have forgotten the fundamental, go to my computer, my PC. Here, right? Yeah. And now here you can go for, you see here, add network location, map network drive. This is the one. Have you seen this?
Yes.
So whatever I'm showing in the Windows, it's in Linux also. The only difference is Linux you do through the commands, in Windows you do through the console. That's all difference. Okay. Okay, so this is how you do that. See, a G drive folder and all kind of things, you can do that very much. Now object storage, I have no idea. Can you please tell me, how do you access the object storage? I said object storage is equal to Google Drive. How do you access?
We map the Google Drive uh, and then we use it.
No, actually, I know why you. I mean, what you are talking about, but you cannot map the Google Drive.
Okay.
You cannot mount the Google Drive. Have you seen the Google Drive accessing like a DE? Yes, actually, you know what? Actually, yes, you can mount it. Earlier it was not possible, but now I have seen the latest Google Drive, which I was able to mount to some directory, some mount. Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, the Google Drive also you can mount it, but the I'm saying how can you access it? Uh, so basically, this mount is confusing a little bit. The one which is says this mount is confusing. What exactly that is, we'll need to discuss actually. So tell me, Google Drive, how can you access the files located at? Correct now? Hello,
Yes,
Is it
yes,
HTTPS
yes.
or HTTP?
I'm HTTPS.
HTTP.
I am not writing it. Yeah. So HTTPS. Correct now?
Okay, yeah.
Now what happens? I'll tell you the why I'm confusing you here in this case. What happens in HTTPS? What happens? This is your laptop, and this is your laptop, and then this is your drive somewhere in the Google. Now what happens, you basically sync that. So it's a duplicate data actually. Whatever you have in the laptop, it's there in the drive. So basically it's a two place you get a duplication, but here you don't have a duplicacy here. Let's say whatever you stored in the C drive is there in the C drive, not to C drive. Or here whatever you stored in the network mount system, file system, is there in the network, it's not there in your laptop or two duplicate places. But in this case it's sync basically, so two places get created. And nowadays if you install the new version, that drive where you sync in laptop, that can be converted as a mount also. That is what I was talking about. Okay, because any folder you can convert into the mount that is there. Okay, so that is possible. So that is what this guy has done it, Google Drive and all kind of things. But more or less, this is assignment for you. Okay, I'll share the assignment link to you. You need to deep dive into what is the block storage, what are the benefit, what are the use cases of it, what are the network storage, what are the use cases of, what are the pros and cons. Same goes with the object. Why? Because these are the domains we need to learn. Not, it's not for AWS, it's for every world. Okay, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, your private data centers, your laptops, for everywhere you have to learn this storage type. Now the question was, okay, these are the storage type, but how do we get the block storage in AWS? That's the question. We call it EBS. How do we get the network storage in AWS? We call it EFS. And the question is, how do we get the object storage on AWS? We use S3. So EBS means elastic block storage, if EFS means elastic file storage, and S3 means simple secure storage, something like that. Okay, so this is the storage technology which you have. So can I show you the demo? Let me do that. So here, go to the AWS, which is here, and it'll be in the recording, so don't worry about that, and try to understand the concept is important. So here, remember that I created two instances. So this is a temporary storage. I'll have a new storage created. So here, create a volume. Now there is a different types of volume, pricings are also different, but most oftenly used which is SSD GP2. That's okay. If you want higher performance, you can go for the higher one actually. Now how much GB this for the demo? So that's 10 GB sufficient. And availability zone, which, remember that availability zone concept, all of you?
Yes, yes, Raj.
Okay, so I'll ask you very fundamental questions if you have understood the concept very well. So this is the region. Okay, this is one region, and one region minimum divide into two part, you know that. And this is one VM here in this region, availability zone. This is AJ1 and this is AJ2, availability zone 2. And here one VM, here one VM. Let me ask you one thing. The storage, if I want to attach the storage here in this VM, so can I have a volume created here or here? Tell me.
AZ1.
Edge is one, right? So this is very simple.
Yeah.
Remember that this is a network connected. These two region, these two zone is connected to the internet. I mean network, intranet actually, high speed intranet. So now let's say if I have the one storage here and I want to attach to here, what we call it? What we call it?
This is a network mount.
So it will be NFS, right? It will become NFS, correct now?
Yeah.
NFS, network file system. right, mind it that way. So yes, so here why I ask you, here I don't know my VM is created in which availability zone, that I don't know. So where should I create? I don't know. So what I'll do, I'll just go back to new window and I'll try to find out. I will ask EC2 instance only, hey EC2 instance, tell me what is your availability zone. So at that time I did not complicate it. So here, where is availability zone? Now look at the networking here, and it's 1A. Okay, so here availability zone 1A, so that means I should create 1A. That's all. And all this thing you will read it. Okay, don't ignore any of this thing and create a volume. So guys, I created a volume. Okay, I created a volume. So you bought the volumes, now you started paying for it. This is the one, third one. If you see that, it's okay. And used nowhere, you see that empty. Okay, so refresh it. So now you started paying for 10 GB. Okay, now what to do? So this 10 GB, now I want to attach to VM. So it can be Windows, it can be Linux. But by the way, in Windows, anyone have used the disk manager in Windows?
Yeah, we can
Long
partition in the
back.
text, right?
Yeah. So guys, go back to the basics. Same thing if you have done in the Windows, same thing you will do in the Linux. The only difference is console versus commands. Conceptually is the same. So this is the disk management, and you attach the disk here. Mine is a little slow actually. Laptop is very heavily installed and configured. So this is the one. If you have not done so, let me tell you guys, you are missing lots of fundamental things. So you have to build that passion. It will all come from the passion. Have one laptop, play with that laptop, do whatever you want, try it out, different things. Don't think okay I will see the recordings and then I'll learn that. No, do it yourself. Okay, so install operating system yourself, partition yourself, create a mounts yourself, storage, set up a different types of storage yourself. In everything you can do in a laptop, I repeat, everything you can do in a laptop. One compute unit, so your data centers, personal data center. Okay, so at a small level. Okay, so this is something which you can do with the Windows also and Linux also, it's up to you. So what to do? So here I created one volume of 10 GB, and before that I must show you how many mounts you have it. So the command which I let me duplicate session. I'm not able to connect. Oh, I changed the IP address, right? Yeah, see, I forgot that IP address is this one, public IP address, mind it. So this is the IP address, new window, and username is Ubuntu, password is Rajesh123. Yeah, so this is the laptop which I'll just make all this stuff bold, done, apply. Yeah, clear the screen. Okay, so I'll become a root because I have a very bad habit not to use sudo. So this is the one. Now how do we know how many mounts we have? So lsblk, that's a command. And how many mounts you have? So right now if I see that I have only one mount which is here. How much is GB? 8 GB, which I attached it while creating it. So can I attach this mount which is here, this volume, to that Linux? So action, attach, attach, detach, all these things you can do that. Linux, see, Linux only coming, Windows is not coming. Why? Because maybe Windows is in a different availability zone, that's the reason. And here this is the address, attach, simple. After that, see here it has come, look at this, 10 GB. So you attach it. After that, you have, what you have to do, you have to format and mount it at some location. That's all. So these are the things you have to do. So I did this. Now you have a two attachment to the same instance. You can do as many attachment you wanted. In Windows also, you, I show you a disk manager, you can do that after that. So what to do? So I need a command because I'm not able to recall exact command. So what I'll do, I'll go to the DevOps school or blog, and here I will write EBS. Okay, and here, this is the one. No, not this one. AWS EBS. And here, this is the Terraform. I think this is the one. In fact, I can use this one also. Both are okay. You can use it. So these all tutorials you get on the official documents also, AWS. But so now this command will check whether that is empty or not. Of course, it's empty only because it's the first time. And now this command will format it, mind it, and create a file system. So which driver you are using? ext4 and xfx. In Windows you will use ntfs. So done. And now you will create one directory, new volume here, and then mount inside that to new volume. That's all. Now here def-kh, and this is the 10 GB. Look at this here, 10 GB. So now anything you stored in this volume actually will stored in the volume which you attach it of 10 GB, and do whatever you want for this. So understood all of you?
Yes.
Okay. So now this is about the EBS. How do we with the EFS? I'll go to the EFS. So let me show you that. So go to the storage services, which is here, and EFS. Don't get lost because I said right, too many services. Don't get lost. Whatever I'm teaching you, just learn that one and practice that one. Slowly you will get to understand the whole ecosystem. It's very easy. So now if you see that the pricing and all is there, you can check it out. Right now I'm going to create EFS, Elastic File System. You should read it. Don't rush. Don't rush here. And then create a file system. What is the name of it? So it should be some name. You can give it DevOpsSchool, and you have to select the which networking and create it. Done. So now it will take few minutes. Just wait for it. Creating right now. So you created one network file system. Now who's managing it? AWS will manage it. Don't worry about that. Now how do we connect this? How do we mount? How do we use this one? So just go through this: meter size, monitoring, tag, file system policy, all this thing. Read it, get comfortable. This is the endpoint. This is the network address. Okay. So the question is, how do we attach it? So if you know the NFS concept, you have to install the NFS client. So click on the attach, and here you have a tutorial. So how do you want to attach? Using DNS or using this one, uh, IP address? So IP address or DNS, I'm okay with this. Both are okay. Now there is a two client available for NFS concept: EFS, which is developed by AWS, NFS, which is developed by the whole world. So you can use this one also, you can use this one also. It's up to you. So for this NFS to work, you need to have a client installed. For EFS to work, you need to have EFS mount helper installed. The question is, how do we install this? That's the question. So what you can do is just type EFS mount. Just to save time, official documents also available. And here, this is the one. Okay. So I'll click here, and I'll spend some time here to reading all this stuff. And this UI is little outdated. And then how to install EFS mount helper. This is the command. By the way, this is for RHEL, this is for 1.2. And how to install NFS client. If you want to use NFS, this is the one. So this is the one which you see is Ubuntu. So yes, it's up to you. So once you go for, let's say I'm going for uh, EFS type. EFS type. So let me run this command. Client is to be there. Run. Install this utility. And clone it. And go inside this. This is this client is powerful compared to what AWS claim. Powerful compared to the last one. And run this. That's all. So this is the client installed it. Wonderful. Got it done. If you want to use an NFS client, here it is. Now what to do? So go to here and this is the location where you are doing EFS. So go to the root locations and yeah, go to the root location mkdir EFS, enter, enter, and done. So it'll take few seconds, and after that df-kh, here it is. Now this is your network file system infinity. That means you can store up to the 16 TB. I mean, sorry, I number I'm not able to recollect exact number because it keep changing actually. So you are storing in the EFS, anything which you stored here under the slash EFS will be stored here in this one, and then you can enjoy. Understood, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, and this is managed services. Don't have to worry about that. So I mounted it here. That's done. And the next one is S3, like the Git, like the Google Drive. Guys, what is the limitation of Google Drive? I forgot that one.
Free
15
is
GB.
15 GB.
15 GB. How
10
many
GB.
Google Drive you have it in each account?
One.
One. What about if I tell you the limitation of Google Drive now is can be in TBs? I don't remember the numbers, but let me tell you S3 size limitation, size of bucket. And the limitation is, this is object size, don't read it this one, I'm saying bucket size. This is object size, don't get confused. Object size means file size can be 5 TB each file size, okay? But bucket size, I think there is no number actually. So just imagine each file size you can store up to the 5 TB. That's the limitation. 0 by 2 5 TB.
Oh,
Just imagine, there is no limit for it, and you can create as many drives actually. So Google has given one drive 15 GB each one of you free of cost, but in AWS you can create your own drive as many you wanted. How? So for that you have to go to the S3. So go to storage, go to the S3 which is here, and now let me check this out. So this is the place you can create as many drives. So guys, here you see so many you have created, I mean someone has created. Now why they have not deleted, I'm not sure. They should do that actually. So it's a waste of money. I also forget that I have given this account for some to someone. It's not empty. So see here, when I try to delete this one, it says hey, it's not empty, you cannot delete it. Why? Because the files are inside that. So yeah, you can delete the empty bucket. We call it bucket. This is also have some file. So I'll have to spend some time to clean it up. Let me do this one. So this is the file. I will delete this file. Delete, where is that? Here it is. And you have to type permanent delete for confirmation. I deleted objects, and now this bucket, I will delete this. So I was not knowing that so many buckets has been created. It's just a waste of money actually. So now I deleted the bucket. So I showed you how to delete the files and delete the bucket, but how to create it. So here it is, create a bucket. Now this name has to be unique globally. So DevOps School, okay, and I'll just keep typing some unique name. So that way it'll become unique. Now region, this one, and read all this thing, don't ignore it, and create a bucket. That's all. So bucket is created and you can keep the files what you want. So let me push that file. It's very easy. All this thing you can do through command line, also mass operations, but one by one I'm showing you here. So here you can create a folder, also you can create upload of files. So let me upload one file. Very simple. It's just like a drive you have been using. I don't have to teach you this one. So one file I am pushing of this file, AWS versus Azure. And now see here, upload it. That's all. Now it will take some time to upload it. It's very fast though. And now this is the bucket. name, this is your file name, and here you can upload as many files and folders, the size up to the each file, the size maximum up to the 5 TB. Are you understanding, all of you? How can you access it now? How can we access the Google Drive, all of you? Hello, all of you? I'm audible, right?
Yes, yes.
How can you
drive.google.com.
HTTP protocol, right? HTTP protocol, or you sync it in a laptop, or browse through the browser through HTTP. So how do we do HTTP? So click on this object. Each file we call it object in bucket concept in S3, and this is the object URL and rest of the information, and this is your URL. Look at this. This is the URL which is hosted in the bucket. And now what is the problem? Access denied. That means I do not, means public people have no access to this file. What to do now then? So click on this and check it out. How can we give the permission? So here I have to check this permission table. So here bucket level permissions, here it is. Object level permissions, where is that? And object level permissions, you see that on click on object, here it is. So let me try it out bucket level first, and here permissions, and here they say, hey, everything is blocked. Actually you have blocked all the public access. This is not good for safety, for protecting your data, but I'm saying, hey, unblock every public access and save it. Are you sure? Yes, confirm and confirm. That's all. So now can I access it? Nope. So bucket level you allowed, but object level it's not allowed. So what to do? So go to object, this is the object, and here go to the property permissions, and here see that all the setups can we edit. Now you know what, when I see edit button is disabled, I'm surprised why. So here they say, hey, this bucket has bucket owner in force setting, so you are not able to allow edit this one. So what to do? I'm going to disable this. Click on it, make it this one, ACL's disable recommended to ACL enable it, so that way I can modify each one of these, acknowledge this problem, I mean these issues, and then save this. All this will be in the recording, so you can refer it. And after that I'll go to my bucket objects, click on the objects, click on the permission, object permissions, edit it, and here I'll give the public permission. So here it's not good, but I'm giving it so I can access it. I understand the security challenges, and now refresh. Understood now? So these are the way you can do that. So now I showed you one activity, but how do you do the mass operation? Command line. So that is the one way to do the command line. You can upload and download also mass way, but command line is much easier for you. Okay, any questions on this storage, all of you?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.